Okay, so Scorpio, I am getting the message that you are on the verge of some sort of breakthrough, either in your personal life or this has something to do with like your wealth and prosperity, so your financial life. You have some new opportunities that are waiting to present themselves to you, but here's the warning. You don't want to miss out on these opportunities because you are allowing some type of self doubt to prevent you from like seizing this moment. You have to be really careful with that. Now, at the bottom of the deck here of this phase 10 deck, we have this yellow 3. And so I feel like this is on the condition that you speak up. And I feel like I'm really getting the sense of like you speaking up to, I don't know if this is a family member, a friend, a coworker, a boss, but this has something to do with you speaking up about your ideas or some thoughts that you have. Like this has something to do with you working with a team or collaborating on a team. It could be that like if you don't come up with the ideas just all on your own, it's like the combination of you with this other person or you with this team that is going to, like, you guys are about to create something really profound is really what I'm getting to, and it's going to lead to a great deal of success for you. Now, you could have an issue with like speaking your mind or speaking up, or maybe you feel like your voice is like not important at this time for some reason. I mean, I don't know what is going on, but at the top of the deck we have this blue 5, and it's just basically suggesting that you're about to be pushed out of your comfort zone, and this is completely for your benefit. Like, you might feel a little bit, I don't know, icky or a little bit weird or kind of out there with expressing like your viewpoints or your ideas. But just do it anyway, because I feel like, it's high time is what I'm hearing. It's high time for you to get out of some type of rut, or just like you have become perhaps way too complacent when it comes to whatever this is, whether it has to do with relationships, friendships, I guess, which is a type of relationship, or if this has something to do with like work, business, money, investments. I mean, I don't know, but you've become way too complacent. Like you've become way too comfortable with something, and it's time. I feel like you have been, maybe you took a risk in the past and things didn't work out like in your favor or the way that you hoped that they would. And so you've kind of like backed away or shied away from like taking a lot of risks since that time. And I feel like though it's kind of holding you back. Okay, so you have to, I'm getting the sense of like there's something to do with like moderation. So whatever happened before, it wasn't meant for you to just stop taking risks, stop, showing up, for yourself and in life, and stop expressing your opinions. The real thing, it has something to do with like, just doing it in moderation or not forcing an issue. Like if you feel like, if there are people that are around, like let's say you were previously expressing your ideas or opinions, and someone was kind of rude about it or made fun of your ideas or something like that, or maybe like they just kept ignoring your ideas. Well, that wasn't the person or the time for you to share those ideas. I feel like you could have been trying to share some really big ideas with some really small people. I mean, that's really what I'm getting. And so the lesson was not for you to stop sharing your ideas or giving ideas. The lesson was in you being discerning in who you are sharing your thoughts, feelings, and ideas with. That's what that was really about, okay? So if you're wondering where we're getting your initial energy and your messages, this is from the phase 10 deck. It's just, I think it's like a common game or whatever. However, what is not common would be using them for divination, for the purposes of divination. So for those of you that are interested in giving this a try, I created the actual meanings behind this, and it's super accurate. So go ahead and check out my stand store. I'm going to add the link into the description box as well as into the comments. For those of you that would like to try something a little bit different, this is great. Even if you are not like a reader and you just want something to assist you like with your journaling and with your meditation, this is a really good system for you to try out and for you to use. Okay. So I came up with the meanings through the combination of, you know, the colors and the numbers. So that's basically what that is. All right. And it is unique to me. So check out the description box, check out the link. All right. So let's see what other messages we have for you. Hi, you guys. This is Misty with Cancerian Chronicles. Welcome or welcome back. All right, Scorpio, what other messages do we have for Scorpio? Ooh, okay. All right, just straight to it. We have two that came out. It says cutting through confusion with this Ace of Swords. And then we have the Eight of Wands, which is communication. What did we just talk about, Scorpio? We talked about there's something like you are going to have to be open to communicating, with sharing your ideas, with collaborating and talking to other people. But it could be a sense of like, you know, making sure, however, that you get to the point. And don't try to force something on people that, again, small minds, okay? But we have like, you're going to have to quickly communicate your thoughts and your ideas. Like you're going to have to do it with some type of clarity so that people understand that you have a lot to offer. I feel like maybe there's a sense of like some of you guys are kind of hiding. I'm hearing something about a big, beautiful brain, right? So some of you guys are hiding that from the world. And it could be because you've had some, you know, negative experiences throughout your life or lifetime or something like that. But again, it wasn't meant for you to just completely shut down is what I'm getting from that, okay? Because listen, at the bottom, we have the Magician, which is about resourcefulness. I feel like just the way that you are able to, the way that you see things or the ideas like that you're able to come up with, I don't know, there's something about it that it's kind of like, especially if you're struggling with, you know, finances, like it's because you're not tapping into this potential or this gift that you have, okay? Like, I don't know if you are a magician or a master when it comes to like your words, the spoken word or something like that. But at the top, we have the Star, which is about hope. So I feel like, you know, maybe there's something that you're doing where you're just kind of hoping to create, you're trying to create something. And you're hoping that people kind of listen to you or give you a chance or an opportunity. No, I feel like, you know, it's not about you hoping and wishing for it, though. I feel like this is like you taking the opportunity. Like that wishing and hoping energy, it just really makes me feel like a level of insecurity that you were not designed, you were not created to have. So I don't know what happened in that, you know, like maybe maybe in your childhood or something, like feeling like you were overlooked or, you know, like, you know, not now, baby, not now, you know, like maybe that energy of not being able to express yourself, or maybe you used to get in trouble for expressing yourself and that kind of, you know, you started to just kind of, oh, I'm hearing wither away. I hope not. But just like when it comes to like speaking up for yourself, I just feel like the audacity. I don't know. I feel like someone, you know, some of you guys, this could be for one of you, some of you or none of you, but some of you guys may have experienced something, you know, with like, you know, people kind of picking on you, like maybe in your childhood or maybe even as an adult. I mean, I don't know, because some people are just really rude and nasty, right? But we have the Empress, which says for fertility. I feel like there is something that you are ready, like, you know, in most of the cards, like she's pregnant, but here she's not. And I feel like this feels like preconception, which, you know, this is about like, I feel like you are ripe with some type of ideas, like you're ripe to like build something or create something. Like that's really what I'm getting. And all that you are going to have to do after that point with this Five of Cups, we have mourning. And at the top, we have the Magician again, resourcefulness. Yeah, I don't know. Like you're going to have to, I feel like there's something, again, you're going to have to let something go. the way that you think about, like, I don't know, like someone put something in someone's head, like, you know, it just reminds me of, like, you know, and I've told this story before. I don't know if on this channel, but I remember, like, I used to write when I was younger, right? I wrote, you know, it's kind of like, you know, the diary or the journals or whatever, and I would write down everything, my thoughts, my feelings, no matter how light, how dark, happy, sad, angry, like whatever. I just wrote. I would write poems in that. I would write, you know, journal entries. I would write songs. I would just write anything and everything in there. And so one day, my mom must have found my journal or my diary or whatever. And not only did she find it, but, you know, I feel like the audacity, but she shared it with, you know, other people in my family, like my aunts, right? And it was under the guise of, like, you know, maybe some concern for something that I put in there. And I don't even know what it was specifically, because I don't recall anyone like pointing out, like, you know, oh, we're concerned about this. It was just like they found the journal. And all I remember out of that was like my aunt telling me, like, don't ever write down things, like, to be careful what I write down, right? So that I should, basically insinuating that I shouldn't write things down. Even though it was my own private diary and journal, it was like, you know, you don't write down things that you don't want other people to find out about or to know about, or, you know, kind of like to bring up to you and throw in your face later on, or, you know, it was something weird like that. And so the lesson that I learned was that, you know, like, you're not safe to express yourself. Like, that's essentially what I learned from that. Like, I'm not safe to express my emotions, my feelings, my thoughts, not even to myself, right? Not even to myself. And so that part of me, I would have to say, in a way that part of me, you know, it kind of died, right? That part of me that loved to write. Even to this day, like, you know, I write things and I burn it, I throw it away, or, you know, whatever. And so it's kind of like, that's the energy that this is giving me, right? Like, it's like, and I'm talking like, you know, really good poems, perhaps really good, you know, really good songs, really good, you know, whatever's, you know, perhaps I was supposed to be an author, you know what I mean? It's that type of energy. But it's like, Scorpio, I feel like someone must have said something to you, or like to where you cut off like all of this fruitful energy that you have, all of these really good, juicy ideas that you have. It's like they don't cut you off. It could be that like something in life taught you to just cut yourself off, to not express yourself, to not share, because it's not safe. And so that energy of like not feeling like you're safe, or like you're not important with what you have to say, or the ideas that you have to bring. Yeah, that level of comfort that you have for like just knowing that, you know, maybe you won't be made fun of, or I mean, I don't know, but there's something to do with like, you're gonna have to let that go. Let me see. Hold on. Something else. There's something else on this Five of Cups. Okay. Well, I guess that's just basically, so we have the Knight of Pentacles, which says methodical, right? So this is back to like what I was saying, like whatever this was, it wasn't meant to get you to stop sharing ideas. It wasn't meant for you to like completely withdraw yourself from all of society, or, you know, whatever. It's something to do with like, the lesson was you being like more careful with who you share your ideas with. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you shared something, an idea. Like mine was a little bit different, because I didn't share anything with anyone but myself, and someone, you know, just kind of went into my own, you know, like went into my, they were snooping, right? But this is like you actually openly shared something with someone, or gave an idea to someone, and you, that part of you just kind of died. Like it's a sense of like that part of you like died a little bit inside, because someone didn't take you serious, someone made fun of you. It's like that type of energy. But the lesson was in like being careful with who it is that you are sharing your ideas with. I mean, it's more of that. Okay. But I feel like at this time, you have a lot of very fruitful ideas, energy. I don't know why I put those cards in backwards. But let's keep going. It's bothering me, but we'll keep going anyway. Oh, okay. Yeah, we have the Emperor, which says stability, and we have the Ace of Pentacles, which came in reverse, and it says wasted potential. I feel like, you know, you holding on so much to like this level of comfort, this not wanting to be like made fun of or disregarded or something like that. This need for validation is going to like lead to you missing out on something, right? With that wasted potential. You don't want to waste your potential, you know, because you have like this level of self-doubt based off of what some, you know, jerk said to you, or, you know, how someone just like disregarded your feelings or something like that. Okay. Don't let them win. I mean, that's really what I'm getting. Look at this. At the bottom, we have the Six of Swords, which says relief after struggle. And at the top, we have the Eight of Swords, which says helplessness. I feel like you're going to see, number one, I feel like you're going to see, like once you start to just kind of speak up more for yourself, speak up, you know, sharing your ideas and your thoughts and, you know, communicating, collaborating with other people, whether this is a partner or, you know, like a set team that you're meant to work with. Like, I feel like, number one, I feel like you're going to be helping a lot of people, and it's going to provide them with a great deal of relief. So I don't know, like you could have been dealing in the past, and I don't want to like harp on the past, but it feels like, you know, it keeps coming up for a reason. And so like you could have been dealing in the past with someone that was very egotistical. You know, there are some people that they don't like for you to share, you know, they don't like for you to give them new ideas or whatever, because they don't like, they want ideas to come directly from them, and they feel like no one is, you know, smart enough to, you know, I don't know, it's like someone thought maybe that they were like, there's this hierarchy, and it's kind of like, you know, a student telling the teacher, like giving the teacher an idea and the teacher being offended, right? Or it's kind of like if you're in a relationship and, you know, your partner feels like that they're better or at a higher, not better than you, but like there's a hierarchy, right? Like if you're, you know, if this person is super, you know, quote unquote, they want to say traditional, right? We'll just say patriarchal, but, you know, really it's patriarchal. But like, let's say this person, like you're a woman, they're a man. So they feel like, you know, the audacity of you to give them an idea or a suggestion when you are a mere woman. Like it's that type of energy, right? And it doesn't have to be, you know, that you're the woman and this was a man. You could be the man, and this person could feel like, you know, maybe they make more money than you, or like they feel like there's, or maybe they were raised like in a different type of lifestyle than you. So it's kind of like they still feel like, you know, on some level or on some degree that they are higher than you. And so, you know, the audacity of you to give them a suggestion or an idea, you know, it just, you know, whatever, like they had some, you know, it made them feel some type of way. But I feel like, you know, hopefully you have kind of removed people like that from your life. And if you haven't, then this is kind of like your reminder to remove those type of people from your life, because they don't serve you whatsoever. But the people that, you know, I feel like you're working with now, like they could use your ideas, they could use your suggestions, and I feel like they would actually appreciate your suggestions. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know. Let's see what else we can get for the sign of Scorpio. And Scorpio, make sure that you are looking at not just your sun sign reading, but check out your moon, your Venus, and your north node, whatever other signs you're inclined to look at, because that gives you like a better overall picture of like what's going on in your energy, and what it is, like what your next steps could and should be. So make sure that you check those out. If you are not interested in doing all of that, like that's too much work, you don't want to watch all those videos, and you just want a straight up like, tell me, you know, what I need need to know, then also check out the description box. In the comment section, I'm going to have a link to my personal reading. So if you would like a personal reading, you know, check out the video response. You can get a response, you know, just ask your question and I will respond within 24 to 48 hours. So you may want to check that one out. If you don't want to do all the heavy lifting, I'll do it for you so that you can gain some crystal clarity. Okay. Also, you guys, if this message is resonating, like, go ahead and hit that thumbs up and let me know in the comments. Okay, what if there was a time where you did actually have someone try to kind of shut you up, so to speak, or, you know, now you're not comfortable with speaking up and you remember the time? Like, let me know what happened, like what's going on here, because that's the energy that I'm picking up here. But we have the number 36, which says distant horizons. At the bottom, we have a privileged lady, and at the top, we have mature man. For some of you guys, this could have been like a father or a father figure, or just, you know, like a father figure that kind of, you know, led to you shutting down for some reason. Look at it. I mean, I don't know. His face is just kind of like this person, like it could have been a professor for, I don't know if that's for one of you, some of you or none of you, like maybe a history professor or something like that, that kind of shut you down. Like maybe you shared an idea or a thought or something and they just kind of shut you down because they felt like, you know, maybe you're a freshman. I mean, I don't know. And they just shut you down, or you could have been in high school. I mean, I don't know. But they felt like you don't know anything. Like, look at this. Like, this is a privileged lady. She doesn't know much about the world, right? It's kind of like everything is handed to this person. So they may have just felt like, you know, you, like, how would you know? Someone shut you down, shut that energy down. And like, no. So what does it have to do with this distant horizons? I feel like with this distant horizons, like that's something that happened quite a while ago. And so that's why, you know, the focus or the guidance is for you to just kind of cut through that, right? To let that go. First of all, I feel like whoever this person is, like they didn't really even take the time to get to know you. So, I mean, I don't know. What else? What does Scorpio need to know? We have gift. Yeah, I feel like, again, and we talked about this, it's like the ideas that you come up with, right? I feel like for some of you guys, there's a bit of a miscommunication in the sense of like, you know, maybe if you share an idea, like maybe some people kind of giggle or laugh, but it's not making fun of you. It's just like, well, why didn't I think of that? It's kind of like you make things so, they sound so freaking easy. It's like, why didn't I think of that? Like, I don't know. So just kind of know that it's the way, like the way that you present messages or the way that you clarify messages, you know, for people, the way that you break messages down to people is your gift, and it is a gift to other people. And sometimes, you know, it's like, I'm feeling someone laughing, like, but it's out of a sense of embarrassment, not embarrassment for you, embarrassment for themselves. Cause it's like, duh, like I'm getting that type of energy. So just, you know, yeah. But we have mature woman here at the top. I feel like as you get older, or the more that you start to express yourself and share your ideas and your opinions, you're going to start to grow and see just how much of a gift you are to other people, and just how great of a gift it is that you have. Yeah. I feel like whoever you are, it's like you just make things so freaking easy. Just the way that you break something down, your messaging. I almost feel like, and I don't know who this is for. This could be for one of you, some of you, or none of you, right? But I'm getting the sense of like someone, like people coming to you, right? To express like a business idea that they have or some action that they want to take, but it's like they are not even clear on like, I don't know, it's like they're not clear on how to message something or how to package something, and you are going to create, like you're going to get paid for clarifying someone's message. What type of job is that, you guys? I mean, I don't know, but it's something to do with like communications. Is that public relations? I mean, I don't know. Marketing. I mean, I don't know what it is. This is, but like you're supposed to be getting paid for that. You're supposed to be getting paid for that. Look at that. We have journey. That's a part of your life path or something like that with this journey. Like you need to explore that part of you. And look, we have 34, which says occupation at the bottom. And also change even underneath that. So some of you guys might have like a change in occupation or a change in the way that you see the work that you do. And we have main female. I feel like you're going to be the main person. Like you're going to be the person that people go to get some type of information. I'm hearing level up. It's going to be a way that you're going to help people to level up their game or level up their business or level up their life in general. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Look at that. We have thief. Somewhat, look at this. Occupation again at the bottom. Message of concern now. And then we have lovers. Some of you guys are afraid to pursue this because I feel like you may have given this idea or shared your thoughts or feelings or ideas about this with someone that you love. It could be an actual lover. Or you express to a family member or a friend about like, you know, this is the job that I have, but I'm thinking about venturing off onto this other journey, or like I have a choice to make, right? Between as it relates to like the work that I do. You were concerned, like if you don't like really too much care for your job, like, you know, you may have shared this with someone about some idea, like a business idea that you have, and someone could have like made fun of that, you know. And it's interesting because I feel like not only did they steal your joy, or not only did they steal this in the sense of like, you know, it has something to do with you starting to doubt yourself and your ideas or, you know, your path. But I also feel like for one of you, some of you, or none of you, someone stole your idea. It's like they took some really good notes on your business proposal or your business idea and they ran with it. And you don't even know this. Yeah. Yeah, someone saw this as a way to some type of wealth. Like this is almost like you dropped an idea right in their lap. And this is why I'm being guided to whoever you are. Some of you guys need to monetize. Like it's almost like you need to monetize that brain, right? You need to monetize your ideas. Like people should be paying you for your ideas. Don't be just expressing them and giving them away all willy-nilly. I mean, I don't know. There's something about that. That's interesting. Huh. Oh, wow. I'm running over time. I'm trying to keep these short, you guys. What else? What does Scorpio need to know? Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to know? I feel like for some of you guys, so like you just gave up on that idea, right? Which was actually going to bring you a lot of stability, financial stability, because you thought that someone was, you know, like it was a dumb idea. And because someone laughed or, you know, someone made a snarky comment, but they laughed to make sure that they got rid of the competition. That's why they did that. Look, here's that occupation again. And we have sudden wealth. I'm going to keep it the way that it was. It was sideways. You're going to have to go ahead and like, it's almost like you're going to have to revisit this and you need to put in the work. And it's like this wealth depends on the work that you decide to do, the path that you decide to take, the choice that you make when it comes to whatever this is. You're going to have to make the change. You're going to have to make the change. This is right here at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Is this one important? We have child at the bottom, which is about innocence. I feel like someone tried to steal your innocence, or they, like, I don't know, like you have like a childlike wonder, right? Like you look at things, you know, maybe like from a childlike perspective, and it make like, it's kind of like you make it, I'm hearing it's so easy a caveman can do it, right? You know, going back to just how clear you can make things for people. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But look at that. We have at the top pathway. You're being called to make a choice, to make a decision on what path you're going to take. And you're really being encouraged to, you know, I'm going on a trip on my favorite rocket ship. Like you're being encouraged to take, to, I'm hearing date la vuelta, to turn around, like to turn around and go back to some idea that someone is kind of like someone, this is really like someone tricking you out of your spot. Someone tricking you out of your spot. That's what this really is. That's what that feels like. Okay. So let's see messages for Scorpio. What is, ooh, okay. This has been coming out quite a bit with this little series, but we have clean energy food. It says when you fuel your body with a healthful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. There's something to do, what I'm really guided to out of this card, it has something to do with more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration. And this having something to do with, you know, like the opportunities. And that goes back to what we talked about earlier with, you know, some type of opportunities trying to prevent them, look at that, trying to present themselves to you. You have some ideas that are like waiting in the wake. They're waiting for you, but it's almost like you have to clear something out. Yeah. Whatever this is, we have razor promotion. There's some type of, it says your abundance flow awaits you. You have some type of wealth or money or prosperity. Ask for your needs to be met. This really feels like what I said with like not giving out your ideas and suggestions and recommendations for free. You need to monetize, like whatever you have is a gift. And it's not a gift just for you to give it away willy-nilly. It's like people should be paying you for whatever this is. So I don't know what it is for you. But I hope that this message was helpful. Again, if the messages resonate, be sure to hit the thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Also, if you're interested in your own personal reading with me, check out the description box in the comment section. As well as if you're interested in the phase 10 interpretations, learning how to divine using the phase 10 deck, the system that I created, check out the link in the description box as well as in the comment section. So thank you so much for watching. I love you and have a beautiful and fantabulous rest of your day. Bye now.